And this is the part where I sell you on why you should watch this video. And yeah, the basic form of the video is car camping, landscape photography, hiking, and cooking as well. Actually, we do some cooking as well. But yeah, this is my car camper, SUV camper, whatever, driving around in Sweden and camp everywhere. That's what I do, and it's pretty nice actually. So I encourage you, I don't even encourage you, I invite you to follow along. And this is night number 2, and I have a little bit of trouble with my English. It's not always perfect. That was a hard word to say. I found wildlife. And if you can't handle that, you should click off the video. But if you find it, I don't know, bearable, I guess, stick around. And this is gonna be a long one as well, because I'm trying out all the different filming techniques, and it's also my first video here on YouTube. So yeah, let's start from the beginning. Okay then, let's go camping. So yeah, let me explain what we are going to do and why we are doing it. So the thought process is we are going to go to this specific trail that is approximately 5 kilometers long, and it does include, I think it's 4 view spots. And I was thinking we're gonna do some landscape photography, car camping, landscape photography, hiking, you know, all that outdoorsy stuff. So yeah, I think we are in luck. Only saw 1 car, so which means if we are really lucky, we're gonna have this whole place to ourselves for some sunset. So the sunset is not for another 1.5 hours. So I'm gonna change to pants. I have shorts on, but I'm gonna change to pants, and I'm gonna take another pair of shoes as well. So after that, we're gonna make sure we have all the camera gear we need to shoot the sunset. Well, as you probably can tell, I've been here before, several times actually. And the trail is beautiful. Hopefully we're gonna get it for ourselves. Probably the car that was here, they are probably just, there's a beach somewhat in like a kilometer or something, and yeah, they're probably just washing up, or there's been a lot of heat here in Sweden lately, so people are here like bathing and stuff. So they're probably just cooling themselves off. So it's approximately an hour until sunset. So I have never been here summertime sunset or early autumn sunset. So I don't really know if we're gonna get some good light on the lake or what's going to happen. But right now we're just hiking and having a good time. So yeah, right now there's just a lot of hiking to do, so. So yeah, I just want to show you like the hospitality for campers and outdoor people here in Sweden. This is basically free firewood. You can just take it and use it to cook your meal or to warm you up or something like that. It's just so neat, like you don't have to bring anything essentially. Yeah, maybe some matches to light the fire, but you get the point. Earlier I was right. There were people at the beach, and it's basically, the wind is like non-existent, so the lake was very calm. I managed to grab one picture. I thought, God, okay. With some post-processing it's gonna look fine, I guess. But the main subject today wasn't the beach, it was the viewpoints. So we are continuing to hike. We're gonna hike for, I don't know, 40 minutes or something, until we reach the first viewpoint. and the trail is just gonna get narrower and narrower. I can't say that word. It's gonna get narrow, whatever. So it's starting to get kind of narrow, and this is the view. So we are basically hiking. Like beside the lake at all times. So now we're gonna get some steep downhill climb or whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna hike to the first viewpoint, and for you it's gonna take like 2 seconds, I guess. But for me it's gonna take like 40 minutes, so see you there. Wow, look at that. Let's see, we're gonna do this way. See, over my shoulder is the sun hitting the aisles in the lake. It looks fucking beautiful. Oops. Oh yeah, there's all this heather as well. All the British photographers rave about that. I don't know what's so special about it. It's purple, yeah, I get that, but not that very special. Let's see, do we have any interesting subjects right away? We do actually. There's an island, a small island, with just one single tree on it. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's like over there. Over there! Remember, we still have a lot of viewpoints left, so this is just the first one. I kind of wish that I was a woodland photographer, you know, like shooting trees and stuff. Because there's a lot of weird trees here. Like this one, for example. This one, the closest tree to me over my shoulder. It's a really weird one. And also over there, there's another weird one over my other shoulder. Or the same shoulder. Like this one. It looks strange. Like it's bended, like it had to move like through the rocks and stuff. So the tree is actually going down into the rocks. Let's see if I can get a better shot at it. I don't know if you could see that or not, but the tree is actually grown between the rocks, which looks kind of weird. It's a weird stone tree. Yeah, imagine being able to do this for a living. Like walking around and look at nature. That would be awesome. One day I'm going to live like this, just walking around in different countries. Doesn't necessarily have to be Sweden, but just walking around, car camping in my car, watching weird trees growing out of the rocks. It will happen one day. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, maybe in 10 years, maybe. But it's going to happen. So yeah. So yeah, we got the 70-200 right here. The thought process is basically going full 200, trying to isolate that little island and trying to make that the subject of the image. Let's see how we're doing. I actually did enjoy that. There was actually something that I didn't see before. There were like two small, what you call it, like islands, I guess you can call it, like two small patches of land. It wasn't really an island, I guess. When there's a little bit of rain, those two goes underwater. But it was nice, simplistic. I think it's gonna be monochrome. I think monochrome is gonna make sure that picture serves its right, I guess. For sunset photography, this location wasn't really the best. Yeah, we just continue to hike and go back to the car, I guess, when the hike is done. But on to the next viewpoint. So yeah, if you ever come to Sweden for like hiking or car camping or van lifing in general, and you want to do a trail, usually every single trail here is marked up. So we are right now walking on 3 separate trails. Like this part, orange, yellow and white, is leading to 3 different places. So we are currently following the orange marking, which is, I don't know, harder than the others. I have no clue, but so there you see over my shoulder there's blue marking, so that's a blue trail. And right here is a new pole with the orange marking. So you're just gonna follow the orange marking the whole way. So you can't get lost. Just look for the marking that you are following. So you will end up where you started eventually. So yeah, this is the second viewpoint. Let's see. Over my shoulder is the islands we photographed earlier. So clearly we have to do it again. This is a whole different ball game. Like the sun starting to set, and clearly we have this soft light on the islands. So I know we are a lot closer as well. So we are probably gonna get a better shot. So let's try it out. There we go, that's the picture. Clearly more happy with this one. I think it's beautiful with the forest in the background and just a little 3 small islands. And I actually think I should have waited a little bit longer for the light, but I actually feel the hike more than the photography. The photography is great. It's fun. It's doable, of course. I also want to finish the hike with some light left. So yeah, this is viewpoint number 3. Clearly the most beautiful one in my opinion. Kind of remote. You know that we are a bit into the trail, so you know that you're not gonna get like a visitor. So if you're here alone like I am now, I can pretty much assure you that we are going to be alone here for a while if we decide to stay. But I was thinking a little bit about this trip and why I started doing that. This is my first video on YouTube, so why I decided to start a YouTube channel. And it's basically very simple. Just like over a year ago, I was burnt out from work, and I decided to slim down my life. What that means is basically getting rid of everything that's not necessary for me to worry about. Basically, all in all, I'm trying to do everything I can to live a life that I want to remember for a long time. Of course, you should do stuff that makes you happy, but when you get older and people starting to expect certain things of you, it's really hard to remember that sometimes, which happened. It's really hard when it comes to the people that are close to you, like your family and your girlfriend or whatever. It's starting to get really hard to say no to them, but it has to be done for your own sake. Huh, will you look at that? I found wildlife. I found wildlife. That was hard. That was a hard word to say. I found wildlife. I think these one are pretty cheap. So yeah, as you can tell, we are back at the car. Sunset has started. Clearly we are alone. I actually, before we set up camp, I actually want to drive a little bit because yeah, there's no signs or anything that we can't park here. I know from experience this road out here is pretty busy for being a dirt road or gravel road or whatever you like to call it. It's kind of busy, so if you camp here, probably there are gonna be a lot of cars driving by at night. So I actually have another spot in mind. The part I don't like about it is it's supposed to be a docking place for people who wants to leave their boats there. So clearly it's at water level. I have never driven the road. Let's see, over there. I don't know where it goes. So the plan is to change, get out of the hiking clothes and get in some more like ventilated clothes. Because I'm very sweaty, and clearly you have seen that. I don't really care. You get sweaty when you hike, otherwise you're doing something wrong. But I want to cook up a good meal, and the drive might be like 20 minutes or something. So I think that we are supposed to go for a drive and see what we can find. So yeah, let's go for a drive. Let's see, where's my keys? There we go. as I said, I have never driven this road before. I have no clue where it goes. I only driven the road we came, so I have no clue where we're gonna end up, but hopefully I have a clear idea where I'm supposed to end up, basically. Oh, there goes the tripod. I have a general idea where I'm supposed to end up, which is in a little village called Horrid. And from there we can take another road, which I do know of, to the place that I'm actually thinking of. So let's hope it all pans out, and probably there is a road that leads to the place that we are supposed to go to, since where we're going is basically the other side of the lake. So I know this road doesn't go around the lake, but I hope that we're gonna get another road from the other direction where we're supposed to go. So yeah, let's find. So yeah, after 30 minutes of driving, clearly we are going the wrong way. Which is sad because the light is totally kicking off in the west. Right now we have it behind us, so which is sad, but the sun will set another day. Like, I'm not very bummed out about it. Like, I want to have a nice like sunset picture, of course, everybody does, but really it wasn't meant for us today. So right now the mission is finding a good place to park up, cook some food, and tuck in for the night. So yeah, I don't know if you can see me, but we are back on the road where I was originally intended to go, but we drove the wrong way. And the spot what I was thinking of was occupied by 2 cars actually. So there is literally camper vans and van life people and campers and car campers and I don't know, wanderers that wander and roaming around. They are everywhere on this side of the lake. So clearly there was no space on the other side of the lake, so I gave it up. I realized that I'm not gonna get a space there, but luckily I'm living in Sweden, so there is plenty of lakes and camping ground. All I know is that the lake is not like really big, but you can drive around the whole lake just using different roads. So hopefully we're gonna get a nice pocket or a nice camping ground there. So yeah, we found a campground, or campground. It's basically a loading and unloading of boat dock, as we were looking for before. It's pitch black out, and the only reason you can see me right now, if you can see me, is because I have this light here that is lighting me. And this was not really how it's supposed to go, but as in life, it never does what it's supposed to do. So actually I'm not very fond of pulling out the stove and starting to cook right now. All I want to do is basically go to bed. So yeah, we've been driving for a while. I was just thinking we talk a little bit about the weather. It's really strange. It's moist, but also it's bright sunshine. So probably we are going to get a really big temperature change when the sun goes down, since we don't have basically any cloud. So I'm just expecting the weather to be a little bit chilly tonight. So I hope to get a good camping spot or a good place to set up camp so we can start cooking and doing all that stuff. Yesterday we didn't have, it was poor planning on my part. We didn't have time to cook, or I didn't want to cook in the middle of the night, basically. People might argue that you can cook in your car, but I'm not a big fan of that. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that could take like damage from it, because yeah, there's a there's a lot of flammable material inside here, you know. I got my bed and I got everything else that is sensitive to heat, basically. So yeah. So yeah, we found a parking spot. Actually, the lake is just yeah, it's a pretty good spot. I mean, it could be better. We are not gonna stay here for the whole night. We're just gonna cook and enjoy ourselves down by the lake. So really, we have made a huge mistake. We didn't bring any trash bags, which is pretty bad because there's gonna be a lot of trash. I mean, from the food containers and stuff. I don't have to tell you twice that you don't leave for somebody else to find, right? Because yeah, we want to preserve nature. We are out here enjoying it, so we need to. I'm trying to figure out a plan. Maybe I can use one of the plastic bags my coffee was in. I'm gonna put you down here, but these ones are not so very good because they are not like real plastic. It's biodegradable, which is like not even close as strong as regular plastic. Obviously we have those, but the reason I want the pink one is, let me show you. I have these magnetic hooks. It's basically a magnet and a hook on it. So I just place it right there on the car, and I hang my trash bag out there because I don't want to have the smell inside the car. So let's see what we can find. Which this is really rookie mistake. I mean, I actually think I packed it, but for some reason I can't find it. Let's see. Here's a trash bag. So what you do, basically, just do this. You hang the ears. It's really hard to do with one hand though. And there you go, your own personal trash can. So. As I said, you don't want to leave stuff behind because for once we want to preserve nature, to enjoy it for a long time, and also because animal can like eat it and die and stuff, so you don't want to do that. So what you do is basically just drop down your waste in there, and when you're ready to go home or something like that, you just pack the trash bag and leave it where you're supposed to leave it. So easy as that. Let's just bring our new brewed coffee down to the lake and enjoy the view for a bit, sit in the sun. And yeah, we're just leaving it like this. We're just basically gonna go 30 meters, so we just lock up the car and we take a hike down to the lake and sit there for a while. So yeah, today's feast. Pea soup with some chorizo hot sausage in it. And some biscuits or bread on the side. But there's a problem. We don't have a spoon. We're eating soup without a spoon. Hopefully the bread is gonna soak up a lot of soup, so yeah, it's soon to be sunset and we're gonna do some landscape photography. Obviously shooting the lake. There's a lot of people here bathing and stuff. And but actually what I can tell, there's only one family down by the beach where we were earlier drinking coffee, so hopefully the kid sounds pretty young, or small kids, young kids, I don't know, but hopefully they will go soon. Go away. No, obviously it's fun. I think the mom was looking kind of weird at me, and I was pretty bummed out. She walked like 2 centimeters from the car and looked quite bothered, but nevertheless, let's eat and just see where the evening will take us. Ooh, that's hot. The label on the sausages, actually, it was warning people, don't eat this, it's very hot. And they are very hot. I don't know what kind of spices in it, obviously chili or cayenne or something, but it's really hot. And I'm no stranger for hot food. I like my curries and I like hot stuff, but this was actually hot, and now it's not only the sausage by itself, it's mixed in with the pea soup. So yeah, sweaty. So yeah, basically after a hot meal and some rest, we are right now doing some photography. And the thought process is I'm messing around a little bit with long exposures. As you can see, the beach, the water is moving quite a lot. And what I'm trying to do is smoothing out that water. So it looks like, I don't know, ice or a calm lake, so to speak. But the water is moving back and forth, so I'm just gonna mess around with some photography. And I see you back in the car, and we can talk about it. So yeah, I just logged all the camera gear back to the car, and I've set up the car for the night, and it kind of goes into safety to say that I'm not a fan to park the car in one place and camp there for the night if I stay there for several hours. And the reason behind that is quite simple, actually. It goes to safety. I don't want to get scouted, so to speak. Like some people drive förbi, which is the Swedish word for by. When people drive by, I don't like them to see my car there for several hours. And yeah, basically know that I'm staying here. And the reason for that is basically, oh my god, it's beautiful. I lost my train of thought. Yeah, I don't want to get scouted. Like normally I would take my car and drive in about an hour or so when the darkness comes, and then find a place to camp while it's dark out. So scouting out my campsite a lot harder for potential people that does want to harm or take stuff from me. So safety first, you know. But today I actually just over there behind the seaweed or whatever you like to call it. There is a camper who stood there yesterday as well, from sources that they have been there for several days. So I'm not really worried that something's gonna happen to me because I'm a little bit more out of sight than they are. They are parked just up the road. Right now we're sitting here by the lake, listening to the wildlife. I still can't say it, wildlife. Like birds and stuff chirping away. Fishes nibbling for insects. And yeah, the weather is, I don't know, 20, 21 degrees. Just perfect. Not too hot, not cold either. And the car is parked in the shade, so it has cooled down a little bit. But right now we're just sitting here, enjoying the view, trying to breathe. Clearly there's cars running to the lake now as well. People's probably gonna come and go a little bit. I actually think that it's young people that comes out now because they don't want to share with the family and stuff. Usually, earlier when we were cooking, there was a lot of families bathing with children and stuff. So typically, young adults doesn't want to deal with that, so they come when the darkness comes, so to speak. And now there's a lot of like action up on the dirt road. I can hear, and they are probably going down here because there's a beach here. I wasn't really strategically. I think it was strategic of me to put the car in that place because it's the shortest path to this beach, and people wasn't really inclined to walk around the car, and they will definitely not be now because I have set it up for the night, so people can't tell if I'm sleeping in there or not. You can tell as soon as the sun goes out. The temperature is dropping. Well, obviously it is. Well, obviously it is, right? But you can tell it's dropping quite, like, really fast. We don't have any clouds in the sky. We have some clouds in the sky. Hang on. There is some clouds in the sky, but there's not like the heat is just poof, gone from the lower parts of the earth where we live. I'm actually thinking about going back to the car. I don't know, I don't want to be that guy, but watch to this point of the video. I would really encourage you to subscribe to the channel. Obviously it's the first video, so, and I agree it was pretty long, so if you watched so far, you did a good job. I'm gonna go out of bed really early, and I'm going to see if I can photograph this, obviously the midges. Assume this island gets a lot of mist on it, it's gonna look really freaking cool. I can use the same composition as we did today with the little rocks and stuff. I guess we're gonna go back to the car and making sure it's livable, sleepable, and we can talk a little bit more about safety. Well, I don't know if you can see me or not, but over there's another van life family, and there's a car as well. But that white van was the one I was talking about. So clearly, I am more safe here than they are over there. So I'm not worried really. But my point is that if something is going to happen, it's going to happen to them, not me, because I am more out of sight. And as I said, I have a really good vehicle for running over shit. So yeah. So yeah, clearly inside there's a lot of light. So yeah, I'm all snuggled up in my little car camper. Today we actually didn't do much. We were chilling a lot. We were cooking. We got groceries. We went for a little walk on a jogging trail. We sat here outside by the lake talking about stuff. And right now I'm just gonna watch some YouTube actually before I go to bed, and probably call my girlfriend as well. I tried to call her earlier but she didn't pick up, so I'm just gonna call her before I go to bed and making sure that she knows that I'm alive, basically. Good morning, everybody. Clearly the time is 5:47 and sunrise is in about 10 minutes. So I actually peeked my head out the car or the SUV or whatever to see the conditions, and clearly there's nothing special. So, but that's not going to stop us anyway, because we're going to go down to the lake and see if we can photograph it. I didn't see any atmosphere or anything like that. I could be wrong, but yeah, I could be wrong, but yeah, let's go outside and see what's what, and then we're gonna have some breakfast, and if it's too cold, I'm actually going to crawl back to bed for a couple of hours. So, but nevertheless, let's go down to the lake and see what's happening. Yeah, so everything is kicking off on the other side of the lake, which is a bummer. And clearly I talked about it for 10 minutes and the camera wasn't recording, so I'm pretty bummed out. But right here, it doesn't get any better than this, I guess. I'm just gonna snap a picture or two, eat my banana, and hopefully decide to walk to the other side of the lake, because it's where the mist are. The mist or the fog or whatever. So yeah, let's have a banana and just see what happens. So yeah, I took some pictures, and clearly it doesn't get better than this. So my thought process is it's almost 6 o'clock in the morning, and it's pretty chilly outside. So I actually decided that I'm going to go back to the car and maybe I think I'm gonna shoot a YouTube video, actually, like a new one. I haven't decided yet because I don't think it's going to be any good doing from inside the car. It's atmospheric, yes, and all that, but I was thinking about doing a like essential car camping or SUV camping video, which basically showcases the necessary things that you need. And yeah, I think I'm gonna do that, actually. And if you're interested in that, it's going to be in the end of this video, which comes up pretty shortly. So we're just gonna shoot that, and we're gonna make some breakfast, and then we're gonna go home, actually. So yeah, it's been an adventure. 2 days on the road doing what I want to be doing, actually. So it's been nice. But yeah, I encourage you to stick around until the end of the video, not only for my own sake, but for your sake. So I'm gonna reveal some pretty big secrets in the end of the video, I have some confessions that I should make, actually. So yeah, stick around, and if you have appreciated the video so far, please leave a like and maybe write a comment on what you want to see about car camping and such things. such things, van life or whatever, just leave a comment. I read and I will respond to every single one of them, of course, because that's the proper thing to do. And yeah, truth be told, if you leave just a like on the video, you know, the thumbs up button, it kind of tells YouTube that this video has been they call it satisfying to you, which basically means that it's the green light for them to show them to more people that are interested in the same topic. So the point is, if you do leave a like, YouTube knows that you were satisfied or content with the video. I think it's a better word to use. They use the word satisfy. I don't really know why, but basically it gives the YouTube recommendation system, they call it, the green light to recommend the video to more people, which in hindsight helps me create similar content, or it helps me to know that what kind of content you are interested in, so I can make more of it. So yeah, I don't know if you can see me or not, but after shooting 2 quick YouTube talking heads, yeah, I'm a little bit tired. I mean, it's cozy in here, so I'm just gonna go for a quick sleep, maybe 2 hours or something, and then we're gonna pack up and go home. It's so cozy in here, so I wanted to stay here for a little bit longer. It's a little bit nippy outside, a little bit cold, not necessarily cold, but it's yeah, it's warmer and more comfy in here, so I'm just gonna lay here for a while and take in the glory of car camping. And also maybe sleep a little bit. So yeah, after packing up the car a little quick and just driving off, we are now on our way home. So this adventure has come to an end. But if you like what I saw and you want to join me for another adventure, right there or wherever,